Hi guys, and welcome to today's live session. Just got a notification that my vacuum cleaner is on its way. For those of you that don't know, before I go into anything else, that Harvey Norman and Briscoes are open for essential items. My vacuum cleaner broke and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? But suddenly I do know now that there are lots of in the group. Hi Kay, I hope you're well. All your children and grandchildren there. So thanks guys for logging in. Today, after speaking yesterday and going out just to get my essentials, what it became really clear to me, and speaking with people online, it's really about our mindset. And everyone says, yeah, everybody talks about mindset, but you know, what is mindset? Well, we all have a different mindset. Some of us are okay with our mindset being changed. Others are very concrete in their mindset and how they think and don't want to change, but maybe would like to, but are on the fence there. Now, none of us expected this to be happening to us. I watched a movie last night and it was called The Big Short. So if anyone gets a chance to watch it, it is a really good movie. It's got some really good actors and actresses in it. And that was talking about the banks and the bonds, and when somebody predicted that there would be a crash and there would be things happening, and they also were also talking about the obligations or the implications or opportunities that could be had by them. So Angela, nice to talk to you all the way from Australia. So if you get a chance to look at that, it's quite symbolic with what we're going through at the moment. So mindset, the way we think affects the way we act and the way we feel. I didn't just wake up this morning and think, oh, I'm going to stay inside, it's COVID, I'm in lockdown and I'm not going to do anything. I woke up and I thought, the situation is what it is, so how am I going to make the most of it? What am I going to be able to do with my resources, and how am I going to hopefully help some other people out there as well? So some of this Facebook Live that I'm doing is just about connecting with the outside world, because as I said yesterday, I've got my Casper and my two little wee putty cats, and they don't really talk back to me. So it's a matter of my talking to myself or mixing with the outside world. This afternoon I am doing an interview with a lady in America, and that I will put that on my Facebook as well, and it's all about her role and what she does with successful entrepreneurs and that as well. Yesterday I spoke to the lady about the gold, and if you haven't had a chance to go on and watch it, it's on my Facebook. It's really interesting. She definitely knows her stuff, and it's definitely worth looking at to diversify. And I was quite oh, sorry, I'm laughing. Angela says you have makeup on. I don't even know where hers is. Sorry, Angela, put you in the spot there. Yeah, I do have makeup on. As I said, I got up as if I was ready to go out to work or work at home today. It makes me feel better doing it this way. So that's my mindset, and that's helping me. It's not just about makeup, but just about how I'm feeling in my clothes and things like that. So just about, where is your mindset at? We are in this situation, unfortunately, and there is a lot of things and a lot of uncertainties that we don't know about. One thing we definitely know is that we are in lockdown. For those of us that are in New Zealand, we are in lockdown for at least another 3 weeks, potentially longer. Unfortunately, the cases are still on the rise. So until we can control that, we know that we won't be going anywhere. But what does that then mean for our businesses? Whether you work for somebody else or you work on your own. You know, I spoke yesterday about real estate. You know, real estate, I'm still getting inquiries today. We're still able to list properties, but unfortunately they can't view the properties. So that does make it a little bit hard. But we have to think, where are we going to be in that 3 to 4 weeks? What are we going to be doing? Our life has changed, and it's changed for good. It's not like we're going to suddenly go back to where we were, because we won't, unfortunately. We need to, I think it's a great time that we've been able to regroup with our family and our friends. And I must say I've been doing a lot more Facebook video messages with people and connecting, where at times when we're too busy to be able to do that. So where will we be in 3 to 4 weeks, or 8 weeks, 12 weeks? Where will we be, and what will we be doing? And what does your work look like to you? We all need income to survive, but do we need to create something else? Do we need to change what we're doing? What do we need to look at? And for those people that are in business, like myself, I've had to take a good look at my business, and it was a great time to work on my business instead of in my business. And I need to just look at and see, what is it that I need to do to change the way we are looking at things and the way we are going to be going about things. And as we know at the moment, there is a lot of online platforms and apps and things like that. And we need to utilise them. There's a lot on there that aren't utilised, but there are some that will be coming out soon. And I personally am working on one myself. Can't be released right yet exactly what it is, but hopefully it will be something that will help people in the business world and potentially real estate agents. So for you in your business or your life, where are you going and what are you wanting to do? Now, we're all capable of making these plans, making these goals, but what we don't do often is we don't act and implement. If I make any plans, any goals, I always make sure that I take action and implement them. And if I don't, then I have to look at myself and say, what is my stumbling block? What is stopping me from doing that? I put that goal or plan in place, I put steps in place to do it, but why am I not doing it? And it'll come down to my mind. What's stopping me? And often you can't work it out yourself. You need to either be speaking to somebody else, whether it be family, friends, a coach. You need to be able to talking to somebody else, because I know I can give advice to other people on where I see things sitting with their situations, but often I can't give that advice to myself. So I do go and do other things and make sure that I am talking with other people, asking them what they're thinking about what I'm doing and reflecting on that. I also have coaches as well that help me with certain parts of my businesses and my life. So that's where we're at. We need to make sure where we're going and what we're doing. It's also a good time to reflect is, have I been happy in doing what I'm doing? Do I have other skills that I would like to do? John Moyle, nice to see you. One of my first ever coaches in real estate when I moved here to Christchurch. Love him to bits. Learned a lot from him. So where is it you want to be? Are you wanting to be doing something else? Do you have a passion that you believe is something that you can help other people with? Even at the moment, even if it's just doing what I'm doing, getting on lives, talking, speaking to other people, getting engagement from people and seeing where they're at. What are they doing? I'd like to say that I'd be able to teach you guys how to sing, but unfortunately that won't be happening. The only people that like hearing me singing is when I sell a house and I ring them and I say, I just called to say I've sold your house. Now that's the only song. They don't care whether I'm in tune or what I'm doing, but they know that I've sold their house, so they don't care, and I'm normally standing there with a bottle of bubbles for them. So what is it that you are wanting to do? Hi Cara, good to see you. What is it that you're wanting to do and where are you wanting to go? Take the time, do a plan, work out pros, cons. If I do this, what will be happening? Support your bosses, support your other employees, make sure you're reaching out to them. My staff have been wonderful. We have a WhatsApp group and we talk together just to make sure that everybody is okay at this time, And it's all about your mindset and how you feel. Remember what I said at the beginning, the way you think is now I've got distracted by someone saying something to you. John says, you're not asking us all this thing. No, John, but I'm sure you guys would do a good job. So the way you think affects the way you feel and the way you act. So take that on board and think about it. If you're not feeling good, then you're not going to do much, and then you're definitely not going to feel good about it because of what you're doing. Whereas if you're feeling good in yourself or at a set level where you're happy, then you action that and you go and do things, and then it makes you feel better. It's like when we have kids. And we're talking to our kids, and when they're little, isn't it? We know if they're not feeling very good, they may need a sleep to make them feel better. Well, as adults, we're exactly the same. And probably as adults, we're probably harder to train the brain. When we're growing up, we learn how to respond to certain things in certain ways. And so as we're older, something will happen and that will trigger our responses. But it's in this day and age, and definitely at this time when we have to all pull together, that we do have to think about, how are we thinking? What is it that's stopping me from doing something? Now, I've had days when I've been here, I had to go into isolation 2 weeks before everybody else. Well, not everybody else, but because I'd been in Sydney visiting my nana. And unfortunately, she's not well. But the good thing is I got to see her before all of this happened. And so that even though I had to sacrifice 2 weeks, and everybody knows that I love being around people and talking to people, I did that because I got a chance to see my nana and potentially maybe the last time I see her. So your actions speak volumes of, where you're going, and we do have to take sacrifices, or make sacrifices, we have to make sacrifices, we need to work out things. There needs to be, we don't always get what we want. It's like a buyer looking for the ideal home. They want this, this and this. Well, sometimes in that price range, you're not going to get this and this. So we have to do that. So that's with our own personal self as well. What is it that we really, really need? Or what is it that we not really need, that we actually do need? There's quite a difference. And I think with this lockdown situation that we've got here in New Zealand, it's also made us think about, reserves for, our food supplies, our water supplies, and all those sorts of things. So it's about doing all of that, and it's made us check ourselves out. So let's move forward and ask yourself a question. Are you doing what you'd like to be doing right now? And I don't mean in general as in being in lockdown, because I don't believe anybody wants to be in lockdown. But the biggest thing is remember those, and I'm sorry if anyone else is sick and that out there that's watching, but we have our health. We are independent. We have all these things. Look at all the positives that we have in our life at the moment, not all the negatives. Yes, we turn the TV on and the news is always about the COVID and that, but we are looking at, that's just about the Prime Minister and the people updating us and letting us know what's happening. But if that's distressing you out, don't watch it. There's summaries all day. You don't have to watch the TV all the time, all the day, to find out if there's anything new to be updated. Because daily you can get an update. Use that other time to be productive. Maybe, I've seen a couple of things on Facebook that says it's not about time why my house isn't clean. Well, it's not about that, because often when we do have time, we don't do the things that we maybe could do, like cleaning. But we want to do the things that we haven't had a chance to do. So that's what I'm trying to reflect on it. There'll always be the housework there. We keep up on top of all that sort of stuff. But what is it that you potentially would like to do? Have you wanted to write a book? I've just finishing off my ebook, which will hopefully be coming out next Monday. And that's to do with some successful tips for sales. So it's not just about real estate, it's about a whole lot of things and covers a lot of subjects. So for me, that was something that I've always wanted to do. I have a hard copy book that I've half written, and I'm going to get on and do that. Today I've been looking at my Facebook and looking at what content I can add to my Facebook, how I can help other people. I've also contacted, for those that know me, I used to be an ex-mental health nurse. So I'm sitting here thinking, how can I help other people that are going through a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression? When I worked in it for 17 years, it doesn't go away. I'm trained in cognitive behaviour therapy, and I must say I use that daily, not on myself, but I use that daily within my businesses and my work. As I said to you before, the way you think affects the way you feel and the way you act. So that's the crux of it, and then going through it. So I haven't heard back yet, but even if I can be on the end of a helpline to help people out, that is what I'm wanting to do. So they haven't got back to me, but I'll chase that up again today, because doing those sorts of things in these times is it's very little compared to some of those others that are out there, especially the essential workers and the firefighters and the police. But at least I'm going to feel better that I am giving back and trying to help out. So where are you at today? Where do you want to be tomorrow? And you need to have a think about where you want to be in 3 months and 6 months. And we can't make too many decisions as we don't exactly know where we're going to be. But what we do know is that this lockdown may take a bit longer. I can't say definitely, but it may take a bit longer. So what is it that we can do? Because otherwise our mind, we will get depressed, we will get anxious, we'll be worrying, but we'll only be reflecting on the negative things. So look at all the positives in your life, look around, look at your family, give everybody a cuddle, smile each day. And as I said yesterday when I was out and about driving, I was waving to everybody. So wave to everybody, you know, make it like we haven't seen you for ages, because a lot of those people wouldn't have seen anybody. You know, I hadn't seen anybody for so long, except through social media, that I was waving to everybody. I think they thought I was a bit of a nutter, but I'm okay with that, because for me, that is who I am, and it's about being out there and enjoying other people's company, even though it was from a distance. So I hope everyone is well. So today I was really wanting to talk about the mindset, and we can change our mindset. It's up to us whether we do. Have you got plans? Have you got goals in place? Now, not everybody wants to write a book or write a song or do anything like that, but it might be just something little. My goal is to get the garden finished in the next 3 weeks. Or is there something else that, not a chore, but something else that you've been doing, like, hi Auntie. Auntie does lots of scrapbooking and things like that. Oh, Melissa, thank you. You've been waving like a crazy lady too. Well, that's good to see. And you've got a beautiful smile, so that's all good. And Jill celebrated her wedding anniversary. She put up this picture. Oh my gosh, it was just like she was when she was little. So remember, it is what you choose to do in this period of time is where it's going to get you to. And we just need to work through this and be together and wave hard out to everybody and keep in touch and stay well. Hi Kat there, thanks for logging in. I'm just about to log out, but I'll talk with you later. So hope everyone is well. I'll be back on tomorrow and I will be talking about a different topic, and I can tell you now though that every topic goes back to mindset. It's where we start, it's where we finish, and in the middle is what we do. So if you are looking to do anything out there, guys, make sure you act and implement, because without doing that, you're not going to go anywhere. A goal is just a dream if you have no actions or no implementations. And we have time on our hands to do that right this moment, so let's get on and do it. So thank you, guys. I will be back in tomorrow, similar time. Talk soon. Bye.